Stretching before running. Stretching is actually different from warming up. When it comes to running though, it is not a good practice to do some stretching prior to it. What you should do instead is to properly warm up for it. This can be done by walking at a faster pace or through jogging slowly for a number of minutes. Avoid the hot tub after a race. After the race, it is quite normal to feel very exhausted, especially if it covers a very long distance. If you have a hot tub though, you should know that it is not a good place to relax after racing. The reason for this is that staying in a hot tub after a race can actually increase inflammation, and it can also stop healing. The race is not the day to try new things. Wearing brand new clothing, eating new types of foods, and trying out a new pair of shoes are things that you can definitely do anytime, as long as it is not done during the race day. Trying out new food items on the day of the race can get you out of condition. Aside from that, if you're going to wear something new, it might be too late to realize that it is not comfortable. Drinking water on cups while running. When you are on a race, you may find yourself picking up drinking cups at the stations to quench your thirst. One of the challenges when it comes to this is when you are trying to hold on to the cups and continue running. To make it easier though, you can gently squeeze it so that it folds a bit, which makes it easier for you to drink from. When it rains, raining on a race day is actually very possible. Thus, it is best to come prepared by watching your weather station for it. If bad weather is likely to happen, then you should bring a plastic garbage bag with you. Such type of plastic bags are actually good to use as disposable raincoats. Assumptions are not good. When you are running, it is not good to assume that everything is in place, or all the people that see you know that you are running. Thus, if you see a car behind you, you should not assume that it can see you. What you should do is to run at a safer trail so that you won't get hit by it. Safety on the road. If you are running on a road where lots of vehicles pass by, then it may not be a good idea to listen to music while doing it. The reason for that is, music can actually prevent you from hearing bikes or vehicles approaching from your back. Thus, always pay attention and always run on the right side of the road to be safe. Starting slow. If it is your first time to do some exercises for quite some time, then running should be done on a slower pacing first. This is to make sure that you won't put too much pressure on your body. Once you get accustomed to the activities that you are doing though, you can progress to something more challenging. Double knot your shoelaces. Double knotting your shoelaces just before you start running is a good safety measure. This is because when shoelaces come undone while you are running, it can put you at risk to injuries. Thus, make sure that you are able to knot the shoelaces properly in order to avoid accidents. Set realistic goals. When you set goals, it is very important that you set realistic ones. This is because goals that can be too difficult to achieve can get you discouraged, especially if you are not able to attain them. Thus, make sure that the goals you set can be attained by you, since that can also build your motivation in achieving the more challenging one. Keep a training journal. Just before starting your training program for running, make sure to have a training journal on your side for it. The journal can help you in monitoring your progress as the days and weeks pass by. Aside from that, it can also remind you of certain things that you need to do or achieve during the whole duration of the training. Breathing too hard. Once you are already breathing too hard while you are running, it is a sign that you should slow down. You can even just walk once you are having a hard time breathing until you feel comfortable again. You need to do this so that you won't be putting too much pressure on your body in running. If you have just signed up for your first race, it is important to find a beginner training program for it. The program should provide you with the necessary information that you can follow so that you can properly prepare yourself for the race. Aside from that, it can also offer lots of tips on how to prevent injuries while you are training. Visit a running store for your running shoes. A running store is described or named as such due to the fact that they specialize in shoes and other things that pertain to running. Thus, it is best that you acquire your first pair of running shoes from them. Aside from that, in most cases, they have assistants that can provide you better assessment when it comes to choosing the kind of shoes that would suit you best. Practicing near at home. If you are in the process of selecting places to train yourself for the race, then it is best if you can pick a routine, which is close to your home. This way, you won't have to spend some time to get to another place just to train. With its convenience, you can have more chances of being able to stick with it. Learn more each day. Even experts in running would say that they learn something new from it every day. Thus, you should do so, not just by running more, but also by reading magazines or books about it. There are lots of books and magazines available today at bookstores as well as in online stores. Don't be ashamed of walking. If you are new to running or to getting some exercise for that matter, then you may have to start with walking to properly condition your body for running. Keep in mind that lots of people are going through this route as well. Aside from that, some people even do not run but simply walk in order to get in shape. Variety is the spice of life. Going through the same route each and every day of your training can become boring. Thus, it is a good idea to vary it. Visit other places, which you can reach through running or walking, so that you can make it more interesting and less boring. Aside from that, it can also make your body tougher for having to adjust to a new kind of terrain. Try to improve your speed from time to time. Training for speed can also help you improve your leg muscles. Thus, speeding up towards a certain light post and running at a normal speed to the next can already provide you with more benefits. Do this on a regular basis so that you can also vary your training. Build your endurance. Running is one of the best ways to build your endurance. However, there are also other activities you can do which can improve your stamina, aside from running. Some of which would be brisk walking towards the grocery store, using the stairs and climbing up to your office, and more. By doing all these things, you will be able to build your endurance more and experience the effects when you run.